morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I am glad to join you today for this training, for this course. I am also glad that you have made a decision to study with us at Brand Institute of Forensics and Security. This is a major step in your personal career and also in your personal life. I am confident that through this course, you will develop your career to a higher level. Well, before we continue, I would also like to say that I am very happy that I'll be the one who will be conducting this lesson, or rather this topic titled Emerging Cybercrime Trends. I would therefore first like to introduce myself, and my names are Mr. Wayne Shikubu Magani. Mr. Wayne Shikubu Magani. I am a certified security management professional, CSMP, with ISMI UK. In addition to that, I hold a master's degree, Master of Science in Risk, Crisis and Disaster Management from Leicester University, UK. And I've also done my bachelor's degree in Criminology and Security Studies at Egerton University, Kenya. In addition to that, I'm also a former student of Kenya Institute of Studies in Criminal Justice, where I did my diploma in security management. And also, it is important to let you know that I'm a former military officer with the Kenya Defense Forces, specifically the Kenya Air Force, where I worked at Laikipia Air Base as an aircraft mechanical technician for F5 Squadron. Also, I have been lucky in my career to undergo several trainings related to cybercrime, related to counterterrorism with the US Embassy Nairobi, with the British Protectorate, with the Republic of Maldives. Note that I have worked at the Republic of Maldives as security director for 7 years. So I underwent quite several trainings in cybercrime and also mostly in counterterrorism and other security-related fields. With those few remarks, that a little information about myself as a person, I am happy to also let you know that you are in safe hands. Our fellow trainers are equally versed in the field of security and safety. So I am confident that you'll be getting the best from us, and we are going to do the best to improve your status as a security professional. That is one of our objectives. I am now going to go straight to the slides because we are actually behind a schedule. So I think it is important for us to focus on what we are supposed to be learning today. We are going to start with an overview. And this is lesson 1, overview of emerging cyber crime trends. This is just a little bit of the outline and objectives. And one of the objectives of this course is to ensure that you understand trends in cybercrime and how cybercrimes can be investigated. We are also going to ensure that you acquire hands-on experience on various crime investigation techniques and standard tools. To be able to succeed in the field as a crime investigator, a cybercrime investigator, the goals of this course is actually to be able to for you to be able to explain emerging cybercrime trends, to be able to analyze and understand motives for cybercrime, to be able to explain means and methods used by cybercriminals, and to be able to explain the preparation for proper security investigation. Also, there is a book, I hope during the induction, the lecturers shared with you this course outline. These 2 reference books are very important. I would also encourage you as we continue with the course to go deeper and learn on yourself, do some research, print documents. They are available online. Whatever we are going to share with you through class will be enough, but I also encourage you to make an effort on your own to learn more about cybercrime, about the internet, about the web, about what is happening, about how these things are investigated, you will gain more knowledge on also when you are making an effort by yourself. Overview. Before we go deeper into cybercrime, we cannot talk about cybercrime before we talk a little bit about the internet. And as you know, the internet is among the most important inventions of the 21st century, which has affected our life. Today, the internet has crossed every barrier and has changed the way we used to talk, play games, work, shop, make friends, listen to music, see movies, etc. You name it. Every day there is a new way of doing things, because technology is improving every day, and the internet has facilitated our life by making it comfortable in so many ways. The advancement in technology has reached an extent that we don't even require a computer for using the internet. You can use your smartphone, you can use your palm tops, you can use your laptop, you can use all types of gadgets to access the internet and to access a lot of information all over the world on a 24/7 basis. Not only has the internet simplified our life, but it has brought many things within the reach of the middle class by making them cost effective. A brief history of the internet. This is a timeline. And I also want you, as a student who's growing in security, who has an interest in cybercrime, in understanding what is happening all over the world, to also go deeper and read on your own about the history and the timeline of the internet. The internet timeline is a chronological view. In 1969, MIT students invented a data transmission method, and the first data to send from one computer to another was log. They converted the word log into binary values and sent from one to another using wired medium. In 1970, 13 computers at MIT were internally connected. So remember the date, 1969. In 1971, the first email was sent using @sign-in in ARPANET. Using @sign-in in ARPANET, the first email was sent. Now, as we move further, we see that in 1983, the TCP/IP protocols, IP is an internet protocol, and TCP, can you please find out this on your own, became stronger and more sophisticated. Some attributes addition like acknowledgement, ACK, and reverse acknowledgement, RAK, made the internet working as a good outlook. In 1990, a CERN scientist, T.B. Lee, proposed a markup language, which is named HTTP later. In this proposed method, Lee connected CERN employees by sharing messages through this language platform. But this method was limited to CERN members only. In 1993, the proposed method of Lee was open to the public, and the first website launched in the world. Although some say that the first website was launched in 1991, but that wasn't public or free. In 1995, famous marketplace and shop cat Amazon.com made their first launch, and still they are the best sellers in online shopping. Google introduced itself as a search engine in 1997 with Yahoo. Both are top search engines now. You all know this. Social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, invented or created within 2000 to 2010, and now you cannot live a single day without it. You cannot live a single day without Facebook. You cannot live a single day without Twitter. You cannot live a single day without YouTube. And for those who are looking for opportunities in the professional life, you cannot live a single day without accessing LinkedIn. These social media sites have made our life very easy, have made how we communicate very easy. We can get in touch with the people from different areas of the Republic. You can imagine, and people, different areas of the world. You can imagine I am today speaking to you from the United States of America. So you can see how the social media sites have made it possible for so many interesting things to happen. In short, the internet revolution as follows. This is just a repeat of what we have done. So I will maybe give you a minute just to have a view at it. And then when I send you the notes, you will read it deeper. But it is for informational purposes that you keep it in mind that this is how things have developed from 1969 up to where we are now. We are looking at the timeline of the revolution of the internet because we cannot actually discuss cybercrime without first understanding a brief history of the internet. And this is a very wide field, and that is why I'm constantly encouraging you to do research as a student and to learn more about the revolution and how these things have reached where we are now. And then in a nutshell also, if we think about the history of the internet in a nutshell, then we can start from 1960. Remember, we have talked about 1969, but now we are again going back from 1960, when the US Department of Defense created a packet switching method, ARPANET, to communicate among multiple computers. The US Department of Defense. The medium of communication was a wired system. Node-to-node communication was mostly used there in 1970. Technologists like R. Khan and Vic Carve invented networking protocols, TCP and IP. People could share data from one computer to another using a network interface that was supported by TCP protocols. In the late 1990s, T.B. Lee invented the World Wide Web, which we call now WWW. This World Wide Web means it's a website in reality. It drives you to a certain domain or IP address. For example, you write in your browser's address bar as www.google.com and it moves to that particular site. But actually, it moves to one of their IP address instead. Rapid rise of the internet speed has enhanced in Morse transmitter technology. Broadband internet is simply defined as internet that is always on and faster than the conventional dial-up system, and so covers a wide range of technologies. The core of these broadband internet technologies is complementary digital circuits. When the net users use a modem, a digital to analog data conversion occurs for transmission over analog networks such as telephony and cable media. A computer or other device will either be connected to a modem that provided by the internet service provider ISP, or the modem's net connection could be shared via a local network which provides access in a limited area as a house, college, or laboratory, or an office. This is also one illustration that shows the revolution and the growth of the internet beginning in 1969 or 1960s, as we have said. And then a brief overview of cybercrime. Now, what I want you to do as students, as I have said earlier, please research more on the evolution of the internet. It is a topic that is very wide and we cannot be able to cover it within the scope of this training. So research more on the internet, the evolution of the internet. And then we can now talk briefly about cybercrime. The internet was born around 1960, where its access was limited to few scientists, researchers, and the defense only. Internet user base has evolved rapidly. It has evolved rapidly. Initially, the computer crime was only confined to making a physical damage to the computer and related infrastructure. You see, initially, computer crime was only confined to making physical damage to the computer and the related infrastructure. Around 1980s, the trend changed from causing the physical damaging to computers to making a computer malfunction using a malicious code called a virus. So mark the year around 1980s. This is when things started to change. This is when we started to have criminals coming up with viruses and using them to have a computer malfunction. Still then, the effect was not so widespread because internet was only confined to defense setups, large international companies, and research communities. In 1996, when internet was launched for the public, it immediately became popular among the masses, and they slowly became dependent on it to an extent that it has changed their lives. The internet has really changed our lives, gentlemen. We depend on the internet. Everything that we do currently, it is about the internet. Most of the things we do, even work, even security, we are moving from talking about only physical security. We are moving to what we call artificial intelligence as it relates to security. So the internet has really changed the world. During my travels here and there over the world, I have come to notice that there is a lot that you can do as a security professional, especially if you are well versed in technology, if you are well versed in using the internet, if you are very well versed in what happens with computers, then there is a lot that happens beyond just physical security, beyond gates, beyond locks, beyond guards, physical guards. There is a lot you can do if you are well versed in this technology. The focus of the computer crime shifted from merely damaging the computer or destroying or manipulating data for personal benefit to financial crime. These are the things that we shall be looking at. What are the motives of cybercrime? What are the motives of cyber criminals? These computer attacks are increasing at a rapid pace. Every second, around 25 computers become victim to cyber attack, and around 800 million individuals are affected. Then we can now talk about cybercrime. The term cybercrime is used to describe unlawful activity in which computer or computing devices such as smartphones, tablets, personal digital assistants, PDAs, etc., which are a standalone or part of a network, are used as tool or and target of criminal activity. Cybercrime is often committed by people who have destructive and criminal mindset, either for profit, greed, or sometimes even adventure. People just want to make fun to see if they can access a particular government website, and if they can actually just mess around with things and put the government or the organization into confusion. So sometimes people just do it out of fun to see how intelligent are these people. And then we can also say examples of emerging cyber crimes as it relates to this course. We talk about DDoS attacks. These are the things that we shall be studying as we move along. We talk about botnets. We talk about identity theft. We talk about cyber stalking, social engineering, PUPS, phishing, prohibited illegal content, online scams, and exploit kits. These are just among the trends that we shall be covering in this course as we move forward. And then also, we need to remember that we need to do more research and get to understand, to open our eyes, to open our mind into cybercrime, into the internet, into technology growth, Therefore, I would like you guys to take your time and discuss ways in which the internet has changed and facilitated our life. I want you to discuss ways in which the internet has changed and facilitated our life. Do research and write for me a small paper. This is our first assignment. And then you will email it to my email address, magani.wayne@yahoo.com. You send it to me with your name clearly written and your student number, and also you make sure that you write a 2 to 3 page essay, 2 to 3 page essay, and discuss ways in which the internet has changed our life, or in which the internet has facilitated our life. This will be our first assignment, and as said, we are going to do quite a number of assignments as we move along. So this being an introduction, I'm very happy to say that I will be glad to receive feedback from you that we are on the right course, that you are able to actually understand what we are talking about. And I'll also be very happy to receive the essays from you through my mail, so I can go through them and send them back to the Institute. Once again, welcome on board Brand Institute of Forensics and Security, and I am very confident and I'm very happy to say that we are going to do our level best to develop you to the level that you require. And I can also say that it is very good that you have taken the initiative to join this institute. With those few remarks, we have come to the conclusion of the first lesson. We will shortly move to the second lesson, third lesson, fourth lesson as we move ahead. So thank you very much, and send me the assignments.